National Planning reported to Council balances on two special accounts which have a combined balance as at 20th of August of $95,329,245. These accounts are the Stabilization Fund account, which has at the same date a balance of 21,729,000,000 naira. And the Natural Resource Development Fund has a balance of 95,896,000,000 naira. The ministry also reported to Council an update on the budget support facility. As at today, the budget facility that has been advanced by the federal government to the states is in the total sum of 614 billion naira. And this is to 35 states. This means an equivalent of 175 billion naira per state. Council agreed to constitute a team of the Nigerian Governors Forum, Ministry of Finance, and the Central Bank to finalize modalities to commence repayments of this facility to the Central Bank. Council also received today an update from the Ad Hoc Committee on Excess Crude and Other Special Accounts of the Federation. The committee's work is still ongoing. The committee requested for an extension to finalize its report and report to NEC at the next meeting. The Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning also reported to Council today the medium-term expenditure framework and the fiscal strategy paper, the MTEP, for 2020 to 2022. In reporting, we had underscored the importance of the framework, reporting to NEC that the Nigerian macroeconomic environment has stabilized and is gradually recovering, that since we came out of recession, we have had 8 quarters of successive months of economic growth, that the ERGP still remains the basis for the medium-term fiscal strategy. The ministry also highlighted some of the successes of the administration, as in attaining macroeconomic stability, which has been achieved, and we're looking at a possibility of the GDP for the third quarter of 2019 to be 3.01%. Let me state that the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics has still not yet released the report, but the assessment we have made, this is what it is looking like. There is also continuous increase in real GDP from 1.89% in second quarter of 2018 to 2.01% in the second quarter of 2019. There has been significant growth in the non-oil sector, and this is for us a cause for cheer. The contribution of the non-oil sector to the GDP has increased from 90.4% in the first quarter of 2013 to 90.9% in the first quarter of 2019. The unemployment rate is still high at 20.1% by the end of the third quarter. We see the need for continuing the work on improving the diversification of the economy to boost inclusive growth. So the MTEF is designed to ensure that this diversification effort continues. The President has strongly committed to the citizens that employment generation will be a focal focus in his second term. We also reported to NEC that there has been considerable success reported in the insurgency fight in some parts of the northeast of our country, with some setbacks from time to time, but there are quite a number of areas where economic activity is recovering. There is also the recurring conflict between farmers and herdsmen, which we are seeing, and also the incidences of flood, which appear to be affecting the level of agricultural productivity. There has been some breaches in pipelines of NNPC, which is affecting some supply in some areas and is accounting for the lower level of production that we have reported in the first half of 2019. Inflation has continued to trend downwards from 18.7% in January 2017 to 11.08% as at last month, July 2019. The drafts MTEF and Fiscal Strategy Paper of 2020 to 2022 indicates that Nigeria faces significant medium-term fiscal challenges, especially with respect to revenue generation. The country, therefore, needs to improve revenue generation and expenditure management. We have been able to get significant comments and positive responses from NEC on the draft FSP, and for us in the ministry, the next process is to finalize the report, submit the report to NEC, and then subsequently to the National Assembly. To submit to FEC and then subsequently to the National Assembly. We have a target to submit the 2019 budget to the National Assembly in the last quarter of September 2019.